to 9 a.m. Getting your morning inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive. Make it a date with Martin, aka Metal, on Ebona the 103.5 FM. From Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the morning drive.
103.5 EBEONADI103.5F.
Good morning and welcome to Ebona the 103.5 FM. Today, the 6th day of December 2024. Today is Friday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on Ebona the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
When you have the right to critical casting, the National Broadcasting Commission.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Vanguard, Punch, Daily Post, The Nation, This Day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspapers. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS on 08138397740 or 08139256742. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Isolo LCDA set to reconstruct Emzo Way after decade of neglect. Niger Delta Niger Delta Youth Congress condemns divisive rhetorics, advocates for national unity. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper this morning. Immigration warns against fake requests, urges inclusive tax reform, revival of key infrastructure. University of Calabar at 50, Senate President to serve as lead ambassador. Night travel turns tragic as 12 killed in Yobe road accident. 52 million naira fraud. Church leaders jailed. Property seized in Lagos. NYSC laws para on action against assault. National Inland Waterways Authority seeks coastal states partnership to secure inland waterways. Early morning Ifeno rocks University of Ibadan hostel. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency arrests 14,480 traffickers, seizes a record 2.4 million kg of illicit drugs in 10 months. Court adjourns advance plea bargaining hearing. Chidinma's murder trial to February 2025. Poor concrete quality at heart of Nigeria's building collapse crisis, Guild warns. Evelyn Joshua leads SCOAN's celebration of resilience growth. Cable vendors jailed as Eco Electricity Distribution Company vows tougher crackdown. Lagos battles rising emergencies. Over 1,500 cases responded to in 2024. Lagos battles rising emergencies. Over 1,500 cases responded to in 2024. Proprietor teachers jailed for negligence insulting parents in Edo. Family announces a burial of elder Lawrence Ayeremi. Reps member Esosa Iyawa explains defection from Labour Party to APC. Taraba improves IGR from 800 million naira to 1.6 billion naira monthly. Zamfara governor presents a 545 billion naira budget proposal for 2025. Benue inaugurates 4 factories to boost IGR employment. Police nab fraudster with 14 stolen ATM cards. Lagos local government area polls. Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission screening delay sparks democracy concerns. Lagos local government area polls. Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission screening delay sparks democracy concerns. Nigerians, African diasporans in Texas, US rally support for Bishop Vincent's 2026 Senate campaign. FIRS staff hail Zach Adedeji for unprecedented welfare packages. Credit Corp launches 20 billion naira fund to purchase locally assembled vehicles. Ondo fire disaster, NEMA, SEMA, assess level of damage. Court sentences couple, wife's brother, sister to death in Jigawa. Anambra government bans unapproved medical outreaches. University of Calabar at 50, Senate President to serve as lead ambassador. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper this morning, civil society groups issue ultimatum over ex-NLC leaders' controversial death. Army chief warns clerks to adopt or lag behind in evolving tech landscape. LASMA takes Drive Safely, Stay Alive campaign to parks, garages. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send SMS on 08138397740 or 08139256742. From the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to Leadership newspaper. 1.152 million residents enrolled for Lagos Health Insurance Scheme. CBN clarifies staff retrenchment exercise. Better days ahead. Makinde assures civil servants. Disaster averted as mass airplane caught fire mid-air with Borno deputy governor orders on board. Building collapse. Lagos tax developers on quality projects. E-bombs. Ibori's daughter. Four other lawmakers dump PDP, Labour Party for APC. 215 215 back first class as Obafemi Awolowo University graduates 7,368 students. Word of the Year 2024. National Assembly honors Teju Osho with Excellence Award. Stakeholders engage on refresher training to eliminate SGBV. AU, African Union, federal government collaborate to boost pastoral markets. Bago gives contractor ultimatum over road project. Trust fund trains 10,700 police personnel in 5 years. NGF mourns victims of Zamfara road explosion. Christian group condemns LGBTQ6 stiffer anti-sodomy laws. Bill to prohibit gas flaring passes second reading. European Union urges federal government to commit to implementing Disability Act. IPPDR appoints Nigerian, others new global peace ambassadors. Addressing system overhaul, vital for service delivery, financial inclusion. Shetima. Innovest nurtures 20 emerging African startups. Federal government to resuscitate Bobby Grazing Reserve. Federal government to resuscitate Bobby grazing reserves. Prioritize local government autonomy, market regulation. APC support group urges Tinubu. Japa, the solution is within. Ibidabo, Lawal tells youths. Labour Party lawmakers demand neutrality, fairness in Farotimi, Babalalo La case. Labour Party lawmakers demand neutrality, fairness in Farotimi, Babalolola case. Curbing the influence of non-state actors, family planning. Federal government restates commitment to 27% modern contraceptives rate by 2030. NLC demands justice over murder of ex-Edo Council chairman. Abu Razak tax Para South stakeholders on unity. Why we built Cybercrime Research Center, EFCC chairman, Dele Farotimi's new book, bestsellers on Amazon after arrest. Chief Defense Staff advocates a development journalism to defeat terrorist propaganda. Tax reform bills, we won't be intimidated. Akpabio. Climate crisis strengthens Nigeria's health system. 54,000 women benefit from livelihood grants in Ogun. Actress Funke Akindele partners exclusive smile to boost dental tourism in Nigeria. Excited FIRS staff celebrate Adedeji over enhanced welfare package. Senate declares power sector privatization a failure. Moves policy review. Federal government unveils 20 billion naira loan for Nigerians to buy locally assembled vehicles. Why I petitioned Ekiti police against Afarotimi, Afe Babalola. Federal government sacks Togo, Benin varsities degree holders from civil service. German president to visit Nigeria December 10th. EFCC builds cybercrime research center to tackle internet fraud. Brands, agencies, journalists celebrated at Nigerian Marketing Awards. Multi-billion naira tools destroyed as a fire raises NSIPA warehouse in Abuja. Nigeria must fix insecurity, power for proper development in Lumelu. Ex-soldiers disrupt activities at Finance Ministry over unpaid entitlements. Governor Lawal presents a 545 billion naira 2025 budget to Zamfara Assembly. Wike clarifies EFCC Academy Road controversy. Federal government launches hazard risk analysis for disaster preparedness mitigation. Court okays approve of funds allocated to 17 local government areas in Abia. Obafemi Awolowo University to honor First Lady Remi Tinubu with doctorate degree. EFCC seeks youths collaboration in fight against corruption. Visa. Host successful demo day for second cohort of Africa FinTech Accelerator. Court sentences school proprietor, 3 teachers to jail over negligence, insult. Tax bills. ASU warns against replacing tertiary education trust fund with NEL fund. Anti-corruption day. ICPC decries impact of graft on Nigeria's economy. Reps move to amend the Companies Income Tax Act. Showumi advocates a credible opposition to restore citizens' trust in democracy. Police gun down notorious cult leader in Rivers. No death, injury in Fridays. No death, injuries in Thursday's fire outbreak at Queen's Hill, University of Ibadan. Ebonyi records 23 deaths from 48 confirmed Lassa fever cases. NDYC hails Deputy Senate President for leadership over contentious tax bills. Governor mourn victims of Zamfara road explosion. Police kill 3 suspected kidnappers. Rescue kidnapped director. Niece in Akwa Ibom. Bill to prohibit gas flaring scales second reading in House of Reps. ECOWAS court orders Nigerian government to pay 5 million naira compensation to victims of police torture. Tax bills. Senate stands firm against intimidation. Akpabio. Activists petitions EFCC over alleged mismanagement of funds by ex-NIMASA boss. Activists petitions EFCC over alleged mismanagement of funds by ex-NIMASA boss. Niger Delta youth warn against undermining electoral institutions. Screen Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission members now to conduct local government polls. Group tells Lagos Assembly. Azu orders to grace 6th Campus Journalism Awards. Showore spearheads global protests against Afarotimi's detention. Disaster averted as a mass airplane caught fire mid-air with Borno Deputy Governor orders on board. Flooding. Epidemics threaten citizens' safety, well-being. Kalo. Troops kill 8,034 terrorists, arrest 11,623, rescue 6,376 hostages in 1 year. Defense headquarters. Colombian minister resigns amid bribery allegations. Ibori's daughter, 4 other lawmakers dump PDP, Labour Party for APC. Fresh Prime Minister Michael Bania resigns after no confidence vote. South Korean police probe President Yoon amid impeachment hurdle unrest. USAID sends $8 billion to combat HIV/AIDS in Nigeria. Tinubu felicitates CEO of Matrix Energy Group, Aliu, at 50. Release Faro Timi now. Timi Frank tells Federal Ekiti government. Release Faro Timi now. Timi Frank tells Federal Ekiti government. UK Black History Award. Ayodeji Saba honored as Business Personality of the Year. 3 million people transition to UK e-visas ahead of 2024 deadline. That's the much we can take from the Leadership newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Leadership newspaper, we flip over to the Vanguard newspaper. OPEC extends Nigeria's 1.5 million barrel per day oil quota to 2026. The case of 2 Manikal looters and our official by Adekunle. Boko Haram, 10,000 people died in military custody. Amnesty International. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. On the Vanguard newspaper, justice for offer bank robbers. Is Nigeria really into serious sports development? Tax reform bills. Akpabio overrules Barrow. Privatization of power sector. Total failure. Senate. Still on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Quite unfortunate. Labour Party reacts to lawmakers' defection to APC. Tinubu's reforms of pushing millions deeper into poverty, PDP BOT. For Labour Party, one PDP reps defect to APC. PDP crisis, BOT expresses dismay over shift to NEC meeting. 2027, posters of Goodluck Jonathan with new political platform flood Kanu. Still on the stories, making the headlines on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Blending at Port Harcourt refinery is no crime, NMPC. Lagos will lose, but tax reform is worth it. Sanwo-Olu backs federal government. Naira appreciates to 1,695 naira per dollar in parallel market. You all should be proud of me. Pastor Toby Adegbogeya breaks silence amid deportation saga. Borno Deputy Governor, over 100 passengers escape mass air mishap. Bank staff steals millions as police arrest card fraudster. Ukwama, President General, dies in military detention. Police link missing girls, ritual killings to hookups. Fire destroys office in female hostel at University of Ibadan. Affair, UK Varsity Vice Chancellor suspended after Nigerian wife blew whistle. And that's the most we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers from the Vanguard newspaper, will flip over to the Punch newspaper. ACF celebrates elder statesman Tanko Yakasai at 99. Anambra distributes 1.4 million condoms as 3,138 contract HIV. Ajero warns Opeboro after Edo NLC office invasion. Tax reform. Senate denies suspending debate as Southern senators meet. Jonathan leads WAEF monitoring team for Ghana poll. Pandef, IPOB clash over Niger Delta's inclusion in Biafra agitation. 8,034 terrorists killed, 11,623 arrested since January. Defense headquarters. US CDC, APIN, push for united effort against gender-based violence. World Bank, IMF, adversaries harmful to Nigeria. Sagai warns Tinubu. Labour Party condemns rep defection to declare seats vacant. Labour Party condemns reps defection to declare seats vacant. NEC delay. PDP BOT tackles National Working Committee to meet Wike January. How Dele Farotimi defamed me. Afe Babalola. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Fintry inaugurates Taraba Assembly Complex, hails Kefa's achievements. Lagos State Government demands a professionalism from procurement officers. EFCC chair urges youth to join fight against corruption. Makinde swears in 10 new judges. CNG urges good governance, assesses VAT bill impact. United Nations Children's Fund Chief of Field cancels on birth registration. UK funded a program partners Kaduna schools on learning skills. Customs seizes 86.7 million naira petrol in Adamawa, generates 500 million naira in 5 months. Borno residents hail Zulum for intra-city rail plan. Non-governmental organization advocates transparency, accountability at Yobe Summit. Lagos urges use of toll-free lines to report threats. Renowned industrialist Adedoyin clocks 89, recounts early year struggles. Council plans bylaws to enforce sanitation orders. Lagos gets biogas plant to power markets. Residents differ as police link Zamfara explosion to Lukarawa. Coastal Highway, Tinubu acted in Nigeria's interest, says Umai. Military, retirees, short finance ministry over unpaid entitlements. Gombe Group restates worries on gender-based violence. Farotimi, Afi Babalola justifies suit as a group plans a protest. Oti gets communities support over Abia airport site. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Misconduct. Abia Police Command establishes a monitoring team to apprehend erring officers. Silence by fear, shame, stigma. Inside story of gender-based violence victims. NAFDAC seizes contraband alcoholic products in Abuja. Don't tribalize tax reform bills, Governor Ozodema tells Nigerians. Police urged to arrest, prosecute officers responsible for the death of ex-Edo NLC chairman. Navy, lawmakers, civil society organizations oppose Nigerian Coast Guard bill. Don't politicize tax reform bills, TUC tells Nigerians. Protesters storm National Assembly, oppose establishment of Nigerian Coast Guard. Use your brain to build better future. EFCC charges Nigerian youths. Police bust three-member robbery gang in Adamawa. FCT, we did not construct road for EFCC. Wike clarifies new project. These schools have failed. Senate. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Daily Post newspaper, we flip over to the Nation newspaper. EFCC boss urges youths on unifying against corruption. AMCON tracking 4 trillion naira toxic debt, says MD. Private sector pledges 3.87 billion naira for family planning. PANDEF calls for return to 1964 constitution. Ex-NIMASA boss urges stakeholders to stop debt on waterways. Right Foods partners Ibadan Festival to empower youth. Africa may host 87% of global forest population by 2030. It's too good to believe, says Glow Festival of Joy promo winner. Oyetola backs bill to establish coast guards. Reps panel gives NRC 7 days to submit PP document. Experts deeping key economic areas to avert setbacks. Court remands made over theft of employer's $60,000 jewelry. Family denies alleged attack on tax force in land dispute. Councils APC chiefs seek unity, cohesion for development. Better days ahead of for Oya APC. Better days ahead for Oyo APC. Police chief gets award for crime fighting. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Jane Fashion is 2024 designer. Tinubu's France trip, a state visit like no other, says a presidential aide. Firm opens first paternity testing laboratory. Nigeria, French bodies showcase emerging tech ecosystem. Ondo Kingdom celebrates Afe Babalola at Ekimogun Day. How media can tackle gender-based violence by the Nation Journalism Foundation experts. Still on the stories making headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Queen of Ibile pageant begins audition. Lagos will continue to prioritize staff training for quality service delivery. IVC, MSSN, Lagos visit Ebe Monarch. Eredu, share. You're listening to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. When I go for a short break, when we come back, we'll continue on the stories, making the headlines. on the Nation newspaper. Please stay with us.
Memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have EBEONADI 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. EBEONADI 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books, and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunike Boys inside the Ovin Residency Hotel Ogidi.
There is boy child, Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day.
Christmas this year, 2024, is going to be off the hook.
Where are my choristers?
Kedu ndị ụka anyị ikwu ukwe na-amasị?
As EBEONADI 103.5 FM presents EBEONADI Christmas Carol of 9 lessons live performance
Featuring
Sion Choir and Teresa Catholic Church, Umuohia.
Our Ladies Catholic Church Choir Ogidi and the Saint Michael and All Angels Anglican Church Choir Ogidi.
EBEONADI on-air personalities and many choristers.
Nakwa ndị ọzọ.
It is happening at Leofin Residency Hotel, Ogidi, which will take place on the 15th of December 2024. The Christmas Carol party will start by 2 o'clock.
For inquiries and sponsorship, please call us on 080-657-96599.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM, Christmas Carol. Come, let's worship Christ the Lord, the season of love.
Christmas Day, there is boy child, Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day. Mgbe maka disco ya na-agba egwu, data yi nsogbu.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Nabakowa Production. Police for vigilante. Now my business. Women will tell you DJ radio drama. Here we go. Akụkọ ihe mere n'ime ogbe. Ejije radio drama Eriko ga na-abịara gị every Monday 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday 3 o'clock p.m. na EBEONADI 103.5 FM.
If you move by finish your business,
Amara mi re wa di amo. Go no na ga do na na ko na ni di ko na e. Nke ka ku ke wona ala ma bu na ya ma o le ju.
Efọkwana ka akọlụ gị nke a akọlụ. Residency Hotels Leofin Ogidi. Ogidi's #1 place for all type of events. Burunia they from corporate to social gathering or any type of parties, even end of year parties on the club. We have air-conditioned hall and outdoor space of a very good capacity. When Neviano come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel Leofin Ogidi. If you are somebody with a taste, when I want delicious meals, drinks and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081-4567-8901.
One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of why Residency Hotels Leofino Gidi or Gidi's best place for premium events. Ask for an amagoroge, Mwakozialumbe.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at EBEONADI 103.5 FM with Martin Ifanchukwu Ikisi every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to EBEONADI 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.
Ogidi Kwenu, Ndogidi Kwenu, Adogidi Beauty Show is here again. Adogidi 2024. Now, are you up to 18 and above? Register now and win up to 1 million naira. Ebonwa Mulunogidi land or Wadiana. Come and represent your heritage where beauty, brain, and culture blends, empowering the women, enhancing excellence, beauty with a purpose, supporting education, and securing a future. For forms and inquiries, please call or WhatsApp 080-6329-0766 or 090-13566-263. Social media platforms at Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at Adogidi Beauty Pageants. Forms are available at all residency hotels nationwide. And the deadline for the registration is on the 10th of December 2024. Adogidi Beauty Pageant Show. Don't miss out. Arise. Kunye.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on EBEONADI FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be,
Hello, government.
Street Report is here to make sense of it all. Street Report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the root of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanchukwu, as number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on EBEONADI 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds
In your face.
on EBEONADI corner
24/7, 24/7.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740. You can as well send SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 65 79 6599. You can as well send SMS on 081 39256742. We are on to the Nation newspaper. Police neutralize notorious kidnap kingpin. FEM Foundation battles neonatal through Project Oscar. Champion Brewers get shareholders approval to raise capital for growth. 1.054 trillion naira 2025 budget key to progress, prosperity of Ogun people. Makinde inaugurates 10 judges. Sanwo-Olu seeks investors for Popu Green Rail Lines. Tinubu greets Okunowos on investiture as Ijebu Christian leaders. 500 benefit from Bells Free Health Initiative in Oshun. 54,000 women gain from 3 billion naira grants. That's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. From the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to this day newspaper. Bamidele tax reform bills alive were never suspended. Central Bank's EFEMS sees Naira gains significantly on its way to price discovery. Senate declares a power sector privatization total failure. UNDP. UNDP facilitates $10 million lifeline for women businesses in Nigeria. Still on the stories making headlines on this day newspaper this morning, a threat called Murik. Lanza backs CIAN 2024 Auctioneer of the Year Award. Port Harcourt Refinery operational, trucking out products daily, says facility MD. Tinubu rejoices with Okunowos on investiture as Ijebu Christian leaders. Credit Corp automakers sign 20 billion naira memorandum of understanding consumer credit fund for locally assembled vehicles. Bakare honored with African Leaders of Integrity Merit Awards. Aviation Ministry, Nigerian Air Force partner on air show. GEIL Lekoi inaugurate renovated school, flag of water project. Stakeholders identify obstacles to airport concession, insist PPP not solution to infrastructure challenge. PIN insists on data protection, explains role in seeking legal action against NIMC. Valve partners AliExpress to expand global reach. Sabi project empowers 70 Lagos women with 4.7 million naira seed grant. Polaris Bank partners AMTIS to empower young next generation designers. Ethiopian Airlines resumes flight to Monrovia. Nigeria's Patrick Okoye gets first US patent on cassava starch in medicine. Let Farotimi, Babalola have their day in court. Let Farotimi, Babalola have their day in court. Anambra PDP seeks return to winning ways. That's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. From this day newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nigerian Tribune newspapers. Workers celebrate FIRS boss over enhanced welfare package as Ondo Kingdom first Afe Babalola at Ekimogun Day. Way out for Nigeria's crisis is serious evangelism. Prophet Olu Alo. How engine abnormality forced mass air flight to make air return management. Chief of Defense Staff asks media to adopt development journalism for national security. Navy, lawmakers, civil society organizations reject Nigerian Coast Guard, urge Senate to stop bail. Accountability Lab honors inspector, 4 others with iconic awards. NACON promises to disburse more funds to Nigerian pilgrims. NACON promises to disburse more refunds to Nigerian pilgrims. National Orientation Agency flags off sensitization campaign on tax reform in Sokoto. National Assembly moves to position man o' war as a pool for recruiting personnel for armed forces. Others, shrinking civic space, global phenomenon. Amnesty International reps pass bill seeking to prohibit gas flaring through second reading. Boko Haram, 10,000 civilians died in army custody. Amnesty International. Tide, Oyebanji assures residents of adequate security. That's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. That will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of newspaper headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 65 79 6599. You can as well send SMS on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742. Now we flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions. On our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message is coming from Comrade Manly Oduago from Odumobosi, and he says the government of the day is opposed to tackling crime, corruption, and unethical practices which are destabilizing and destructive elements in our society. Corruption is profitable and highly encouraged in Nigeria. See the Godwin Emefele and Yahaya Bello. Still on our WhatsApp portal, we have this message is coming from Agonabo. He is joining us from Ofa Aguluzibo, and he says, we are reaching out to anarchy and gunpowder control of the affairs and determine what and what to do. We are watching as things unfold. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. He continued and says, human beings are the very corrupted, are corrupt in themselves. Wicked generation everywhere are in the office to oppress the poor people around them. He says wicked head teachers. That is talking about, the issue of the teachers who are trying to sabotage the free education project of, Governor Chukwumacha Soludo. Now, also on our WhatsApp portal, we have this message. This one is coming from Waloto Patrick from Monteje. And he says, I am deeply pained whenever I hear that someone dumps the party through which he or she gets to power for another party. I think the reason behind that is because there is no extant law that forbids that as evidently obtained from other civilized countries. Otherwise, there is no reason why somebody should dump a political party that labored, tirelessly for him or her to get to power and defect to another party. Politicians now see political parties as ladder through which they can climb up to power and then discard the same ladder at will. This, he said, he says this does not in any way support Nigeria's political. Okay, let's see if we can get the rest of that message. Okay, one Luto Patrick continued, and he says, to get to power and defect to another party, politicians now see political parties as a ladder through which they can climb up to power and then discard the same ladder at will. This does not in any way support Nigeria's political development. I therefore urge the National Assembly to, as a matter of very public importance, begin the process of enacting a law that will check that ugly development if we want to grow politically as a country. This is coming from Waloto Patrick from Monteja. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And still on our WhatsApp portal, we have this message is coming from Valentine Edene from Mpo, and he says Nigerian judiciary has sold their birthright to APC. And he says Ibori's daughter, who defected to APC, knows that Nigerian judiciary's noodles cap design is for fancy. And he says if you want your case to be settled or you need white collar job without stress in Abuja, defect to APC. That's good news. If Port Harcourt refinery has started trucking out oil, but see no difference in pump price, that refinery has started working. Valentine Edene from Mumbai. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And now we flip over to our SMS portal. On our SMS portal, we have this message is coming from Mayor Onyen Jikoka, and he says those Labour Party defectors should understand that without Labour Party, they will not be there. Okoko Adeye Elofu Onye Folia Odo na Udumiri. And he says Anambra government sharing condom for its people is it Christmas gift or is it license to our boys? Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And still on our SMS portal. We have a message. This one is coming from Godwin Ayebunam from Umumbo. I am a local government area of Anambra State. And it says, coastal highway has no economic value for Nigeria. Government has abandoned existing federal roads and went on to continue with the construction of Lagos-Calabar coastal highway. This is insensitive as the government is not doing the needful. Godwin Ayebunam from Umumbo. I am Elum. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And still on our SMS portal, we have this message is coming from Honorable Onyedeka Osakwe, and he says most of these so-called pastors are not serving God, but out to enrich themselves. So most of them are worse than bandits, people that are dumping their party to join another. Another is a political harlot and holocaust. I urge APC government to provide security to the citizenry, not elephant promises that troops claim. It's like mere fallacy. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Honorable Onyedeka Osakwe. Well, this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember that it comes your way weekdays in the morning. Once is 7 o'clock, so keep a date and don't touch the dial of Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Once is 8:20. This morning, we'll be back with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a blessed morning.
The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have everyone at the 103.5 FM here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach everyone at the 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. Ebona, the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebona the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunike Boys inside the Open Residency Hotel Ogidi.
There is boy child, Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day.
Christmas PS4 is going to be off the hook.
Where are my choristers?
Kedu ndị ụka anyị ikwu ukwe na-amasị?
As EBEONADI103.5 FM presents EBEONADI Christmas Carol of 9 Lessons live performance
Featuring
Sion Choir and Teresa Catholic Church, Umuohia.
Our Ladies Catholic Church Choir Ogidi and the St. Michael and All Angels Anglican Church Choir Ogidi.
EBEONADI on-air personalities and many choristers.
Nakwa ndị ọzọ.
It is happening at European Residency Hotel, Ogidi, which will take place on the 15th of December 2024. The Christmas Carol party will start by 2 o'clock.
For inquiries and sponsorship, please call us on 080-657-96599.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM, Christmas Carol. Come, let's worship Christ the Lord, the season of love.
Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day. Ngoma kabisa ya na wengi. Dada ni nsogbu.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Nabakoa Production. Police vigilante.
Now my business.
When I will tell you AJ radio drama, Enrico. Akụkọ ihe AJ radio drama Enrico gonna dialogue every Monday 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday 3 o'clock p.m. Now, EBEONADI 103.5 FM.
Amara mi ile nwa dị ahụ ụbọchị m na-aga n'obodo m na-anụ akọ na ya na-erikọ n'anya nke ka dịkwa nke bụ na aga m ahụzikwu n'anya ma ọ bụrụ eziokwu.
Ekwekwala ka akọọ dị nke a akọọ.
Residency Hotels Leofin Ogidi. Ogidi's #1 place for all type of events. Burunia Dewa from corporate to social gathering or any type of parties, even end of year parties on the club. We have air-conditioned hall and outdoor space of a very good capacity. When Nebiano, come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel Leofin Ogidi. If you are somebody with a zibote taste, when Emmanuel back in the I want delicious meals, drinks and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081 45 67 8901. One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of wire. Residency Hotels Leofino Ogidi, Ogidi's best place for premium events. Ask for an amagoroge,
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at EBEONADI 103.5 FM with Martin every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to EBEONADI 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.
Country people, the reason why in the good make person invest for land, be say e go give you sense of security. Land na tangible assets wey no dey depreciate like some other investments. Na why you go need to invest for Oxford Heights Estate, Asaba. Oxford Heights Estate, Asaba, wey dey for Asaba, Benin Expressway, Asaba, Delta State, where you go buy 6 plots of land and get 1 plot free. Call us on 070 70 66 06 20 or 091 60 79 99 99. Land where you go buy for Oxford Heights Estate, Asaba. The value they increase over time like sharp. Our land they come with a proper documentation and legal procedures, and your investment is well protected by land with Oxford Heights Estate, Asaba. Make you get peace of mind with a registered surveyor, deed of assignment, C of O in view. Take advantage of our latest development. Own your dream piece of land in Asaba. We get phase 1 for Esa Ogbachi, Benin Asaba Expressway. For our early bird package, will be 464 square meter, 50 by 100 feet, goes for 7.5 million naira. Pre-launch price be 9 million naira. Our commercial will be 928 square meter, 100 by 100 feet, goes for 20 million naira. We get phase 2, waiting for Ibuza, Asaba, Delta State. Pre-launch for 450 square meter, goes for 3 million naira. Post-launch goes for 5 million naira, and initial deposit now 500,000 naira. Make you buy land today for Oxford Estate, Asaba, and doors go open to potential capital gain. Call us on 070 70 66 06 20. Again 070 70 66 06 20 or 091 60 79 99 99. Again 091 60 79 99 99. 070 07 66 06 20. Again 070 70 66 06 20 or 091 60 79 99 99. Again 091 60 79 99 99. The land can be developed into residential or commercial properties. Buy land today for Oxford Estate, Asaba. Investing in land provides a sense of security. Land is a tangible asset. Make you invest for Oxford Heights Estate, Asaba. Oxford Heights Estate, Asaba. Oxford Heights Estate, Asaba is secured 24/7 security, constant power supply, good road, well-connected drainage system, potable water, and perimeter fencing. All payments to be made in favor of Kenshuta Homes Limited. Oxford by State Asaba is a development of Kenshuta Homes Limited. Reach us on www.kenshuta.homelimited.com on Facebook and Instagram at Kenshuta Homes Limited, or X, formerly Twitter, at Kenshuta Homes. Our Asaba office day for A3, then Peace Plaza, opposite Mechanic Village, along Asaba, Benin Expressway, Asaba, Delta State. Our head office day for 2B Ibrahim Babatunde Street, Olive Park Estate, Okado, Lekki, Ebe Expressway, Sango Tedo, Lagos. Call us on 070 07 66 06 20. Again 070 70 66 06 20 or 091 60 79 99 99. Again 091.
Okay, guys.
60,
thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, right?
99.
Yes, the subscribe button is right here.
Oxford Heights Estate, Asaba. Now the place